Hey guys, Jen here, and welcome back to my channel where I help you become your best self through better health. And today we're talking about the top artificial sweeteners that you should avoid at all costs. Halloween is right around the corner, and Halloween really initiates the whole holiday season because right after Halloween you have Thanksgiving, and then you have Christmas, and then you have New Year's, right? And this is when most people's sugar intake increases significantly over this whole 3-month, 4-month period. So I wanted to talk about the sugars that you should avoid, and I'm thinking about turning this into like a little mini sugar series because there's so much to talk about when it comes to sugar, and I can't go over it all in one video. So today we're just talking about artificial processed refined sugars, and because this is the time of year where your sugar intake increases, you're eating Halloween candy, and then you have one too many slices of pie and cake Thanksgiving and Christmas. All right, so here's a little stat for you. The average person consumes 142 pounds of sugar a year. That's insane. And I wouldn't doubt if half of that was consumed in the 3-month period over the holiday period, which is insane to me. But if you're a part of my community, we're going to be putting an end to the notion that you can just throw your health and well-being out of the window during this 3-month period because it's societal norms or everyone's doing it. That's not okay. So actually a couple of years ago came up with a hashtag no holiday weight gain. Really didn't push it, and most people didn't really catch on because they're like, oh, it's the holidays, I can eat whatever I want to indulge. But if you have that mentality, then you're just going to continue on the yo-yo dieting, which disrupts your body's just natural way of flowing and just all the things. And so we're getting out of the notion that you can just eat whatever you want during the holidays and just overindulge, right? But again, today we're talking about refined processed sugars, not the natural sugars. And let me point that out because the sugars that are found in fruits and vegetables really don't pose a threat to your body like the refined sugars. That is, unless you have some kind of rare sensitivity or allergy to those natural sugars that are found in the fruits and vegetables. But that's a whole other conversation for another day. So please eat your fruits and veggies. Like, don't listen to those people which I've heard before, don't eat fruits because it has sugar. Like, stop. Like, fruits are fine and vegetables are fine, again, unless you have a specific allergy or sensitivity to the sugars found in that. So anyway, so what is sugar? So sugar comes from sugar cane and beets, and that's how you process the sugar. That's where sugar comes from sugar cane and from beets. And this natural sugar provides our bodies with the carbohydrates, the fiber, and the energy that we need. So when you think about when you're low on energy, most people's most recommendation is to have some sugar, to spike you and give you some energy up, right? The problem lies in the refined sugar, okay? Also known as sucrose, and there's other names which I'm going to talk to you about on which ones those you should avoid. Those are the processed sugars that spike your insulin levels, and they go into your bloodstream like really quickly, really rapidly, and they spike that insulin and your blood sugars, which increases your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even obesity. All right. Refined sugars also may cause a resistance to leptin, which is your body's hormone to tell you when you're full. Hence the link to obesity. So when your leptin hormone is being blocked and can't tell you when you're full, then that's why you're overeating, or partially why you're overeating. And that could be linked to these artificial sugars and sweeteners that we're going to talk about, okay? They're also linked to depression, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, dementia, and even some forms of cancer like bladder cancer, which was found in rats. So when they did testing on rats, they found that these artificial sugars and sweeteners were causing bladder cancer in the rats, unfortunately. So it's really important, if that wasn't enough, to limit your consumption of these refined sugars. All right. So what are the most, common artificial sweeteners and sugars? And there's a whole list. This was a list that I created like a couple of years ago, and I know that there's more like since then, and I'm gonna make it's gonna be a series, y'all, because it's just too much to go. So the main ones that you should be avoiding is high fructose corn syrup. Avoid that at all costs. Corn is one of the top GMO produce in the world, and so you definitely want to make sure you avoid that. Not only that, it's just artificial, it's overly processed, and so it's going to cause a lot of damage to your body. Corn syrup as well, so high fructose corn syrup and corn syrup. Aspartame, which is found in equal. Sucralose, which is found in Splenda. Aspartame K potassium, that's a little tongue twister. That's also found in most of your sweeteners as well. Saccharin, which is found in sweet and low. And then sugar alcohols, which sugar alcohols is another topic again for another day, because that's its own little subcategory, which will probably be added in this sugar series. But those are kind of like the top. And maltodextrin is one as well, and dextrose, because these are all processed, chemically made sugars, okay? So you definitely want to avoid these at all costs. So and these artificial sweeteners and sugars are mostly found in your sodas, your packaged goods like your granola bars, your baking mixes, your ice cream, and even like those sneaky places like your condiments, your sauces, your frozen goods, frozen foods, and even your toothpaste. So these sugars can be found in your toothpaste as well. So it's crazy. They're hidden. That's why they're called hidden sugars, because they hide these things and they find interesting and sneaky names for you, the consumer, who doesn't really know what to look for, but you're thinking it's okay and it's healthy when it's really not, okay? So again, sugar alcohols, another topic for another day. Those have been linked to gastrointestinal issues like IBS and leaky gut. These alcohols and even some of these other sugars that I've listed, like sucralose, aspartame, and the saccharin, are known to be like sugar-free, no carbs, no calories, but since they're over processed and they're artificial, they're causing a lot of damage to your gut, to your taste buds and all of that. So let's get into that. Some of the side effects that come with consuming these artificial sweeteners. So it's migraines and headaches, your dizziness, your cancer, altered taste buds, bloating, gas, kidney and liver disease, like I alluded to earlier, the non-fatty liver disease, obesity, metabolic syndrome, increased appetites and cravings. So again, when they say like you can't eat just one, that wasn't just a slogan, that's done intentionally. They have, food chemists and scientists in the lab creating foods to make you addictive. And part of that is this artificial sweeteners, okay, and the sugar. So those are the ones that I want you to avoid at all costs. And it's important that you become a conscious consumer and making sure that you're looking at those labels. I actually have a video about how to read the food labels, so you can look over that. But it's really important that you become a conscious consumer, read those food labels, look for those artificial sweeteners and those terms, so you know, oh, this has this. And if you're adding it to your coffee, the sweet and low, the equal, all of that, like, please stop. Like, you're doing so much damage to your body, and you don't want to do that, okay? So let me know in the comments below if you experience any headaches, any dizziness, any gas, any intense cravings, because it really could be due to you're consuming these hidden sugars and you're not aware of it, okay? So let me know in the comments below. And also, if you are tired of being part of the society that is just on this yo-yo diet and gaining weight during the holidays, and you're feeling guilty about eating during this time of year, and you're not sure how to eat during this time of year, how to navigate the food and festivities, I have a brand new course, your complete guide to navigating the holidays without gaining weight, y'all, because you can do it. It's possible. It's a self-paced course that you can take on your own time, and it's really giving you the knowledge and the information that you can navigate these parties, these holidays, festivities, enjoy yourself, have fun without the average 5 to 10 pounds of gaining weight at the end of the season. All right, so that's it for today's video. This is part 1 of the mini sugar series. So those are the top artificial sweeteners and refined sugars that you should avoid. Let me know in the comments below if you experience any of those side effects, and I will see you next time. Okay, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you then. Bye.